Hello and welcome all back to Luna 888 Tarot. Thank you all for joining me again. If you're returning, thank you. If you're new, welcome. We're going to have some fun pulling from Pop Art Tarot. I'm having such a hard time reading these. Look how small that font is. I don't want to put on my glasses. I keep saying that today, okay? So maybe somebody needs to go get their eyes checked. Or somebody's looking into LASIK. You're new? Welcome. I already said that. These messages may or may not resonate. If they do, wonderful. If they don't forget to leave it out. This could have been something that happened in the past, present, or future. These are timeless readings. So if you're seeing this like a month later or months later or a year later, okay? There's something here. Oh, there's something juicy here, Angel said. Another thing, somebody can have a really strong connection to Archangel Michael because I just saw my Archangel Michael number right before I started. If I'm saying he, I could be meaning she. I could be picking up your energy or somebody else in your energy. Scorpio energy. Oh, more Scorpio energy. Somebody's not happy with the decisions that they're making, okay? Or just regretful about the way things ended. Okay, I wasn't ready for that, angels. Oh, this is a dramatic reading. Somebody feels like they cheated themselves. I just see somebody being like, I cannot believe that's the way it ended between us. I just can't believe it, that this is the way it went down. I didn't make good decisions. Okay. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo energy. Taurus. Somebody could be going to church, okay? Look at this guy. Maybe you went to go see a priest, a high priestess, okay? So 2 of Wands, okay? Choices. Making future plans with your partner, taking the first steps in your professional journey, dreaming big, planning for your long-term financial security. Somebody could just be not happy on who you're choosing to be with, okay? And then the Sun in reverse, feeling bored, taking your relationship for granted, failing to appreciate work, unrealistic expectations, being overly optimistic about your finances, temporary financial hardships. You guys, we've been picking up a lot on like financial hardships, okay? Somebody can just feel like they just saw the situation wrong. Like, I thought this was going to be forever. I thought we were going to be together forever. I thought we can get through anything. And then the Tower. Breakup, the end of a fragile relationship, a profound shift in how you perceive love, unexpected job loss, significant disruption at work, workplace turmoil, financial setbacks. Maybe somebody works in like a high tower, corporate. You guys, this is pretty big, okay? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 majors on the table, and there's only 6 cards on the table. And then an ace. Okay, I feel like somebody's starting to be more optimistic. Like, let's say, you lost your job, or you lost your hubby or your wifey, okay? It's like somebody that's seen all the good that's going to come out of it. Okay, like, okay, well, now that we're not together, I'll be able to fall in love again, or fall in love with my job again, or this is going to force me to find a new job, a job that I really love, or someone that truly loves me. Somebody can be having like outbursts. Somebody can like to drink red wine, likes red nails. A new romantic, refreshing current relationship, positive relationships at work, a surge of creativity, receiving financial assistance, good news regarding finances. What's up? Okay. So yeah, you guys, sometimes the tower has to fall all the way down to rebuild it. Okay. Maybe somebody's rebuilding their relationship. Yeah, the song that's on, Coldplay. The scientist, maybe somebody's a scientist. I've been picking up on a lot of scientist energy. Yeah, it's about them breaking up. It's like, dang, I didn't know it was going to be this hard. I just see somebody feel like their life is just like falling down and then being like, wait a second. That means I can go get my dream job. That means I can fall in love with somebody else. Okay. Or maybe this is, somebody's relationship kind of sort of falling apart and then them re-falling back in love with each other. Okay. Hopefully that's what it is. And then death, Scorpio energy, shifts in romantic life or the end of a relationship. Transition jobs, leaving behind an unfulfilling role, experiencing financial loss, altering your perspective on money. You guys, the death card is my favorite card in the tarot, okay? And this is why. Because it forces you. It forces you to change. I have no choice now than to relook at my life. What do I want to do? How do I want to live my life? What are my wishes? What have I always wanted to do? Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool stuff, but it's terrifying. I see somebody just taking the bull by the horns and being like, all right, I'll make better calls next time. I'll be better in my next relationship. I'll be better at my next job. And maybe one person's feeling that way and the other person isn't. Healing from past emotional wounds. Positive outlook leads to career success, high hopes, and aspirations at work, achieving financial goals, staying inspired and motivated. Aquarius energy. I'm telling you, strong Aquarius, okay? Somebody's could have lost a relationship or a job and they're like, all right, that really sucked. But what can I do with these lessons? How do I change my life? This person's having a huge crown awakening, okay? Leo, Pisces, Aquarius. It's like somebody that's able to see all the possibilities now that they're no longer with this person, at this job, around these humans. Yeah, somebody feels like before they weren't able to make decisions, it's like always being in limbo. It's like being at a job or in a relationship that hinders you from seeing other things, seeing other people, seeing other possibilities, seeing other ways of making money. And just so you know, this person could have gone through this specifically with these humans in a past life, okay? And then this time around, you guys, the star and the death card, that's like nothing will ever be the same again. I will never think like that again. I will never go back to a job that treated me like that. I would never be in a relationship that's unfulfilling. The sun in the reverse, that's like you lose hope. You lose sight of your joy because you gave it all to a job or your spouse or a relationship, a bad habit that you had. Whoever this is, their life will never be the same again. Never. They'll never be the same human again, okay? Never, ever, ever will we ever get back together. Maybe this is a relationship. If you're enjoying this reading, don't forget to hit that like button and drop me a comment. Or just somebody that never wants to go back to this profession. Maybe somebody that's like, oh, I'll never go back to corporate or that building. It's like somebody that's like happy that this fell apart. Yeah, it's because, when you feel that way, it means the star and the death card is huge. When you feel excited to be away from a human, a situation, a job, where you're like, I might be broke, but I'm just so glad that now I can explore, I can rediscover myself, reinvent myself. It means you were in the wrong place for too long, okay? For too long. And it's also, it wasn't letting you learn, okay? Because no matter what situation it is, okay? If you're in a place where you can't expand, if you're an expansive person, okay? Because not everybody wants to expand. A lot of people do just want to have a job and go to work and come home, okay? But I can guarantee you, if I were to read for those people, I would be able to see, like, you're just doing it because that's just what you were told to do. It's not because it's something that lives within you. There for sure can be a November baby here. Or January with that Aquarius energy. All right, angels, what's the most important message my collective needs to hear today? This is incredible stuff. It just sucks when the tower has to fall on you, you know? It just sucks. Bad. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't want my marriage to fall apart. I didn't want to leave this job. I thought this job was going to be here forever, but it wasn't. It's here again. It wasn't letting you learn or grow financially. Yeah, just like the song said, nobody said it was going to be easy. This is not somebody that's having an easy time with it, okay? Or the people that you left behind aren't as happy as you are. You know, you're seeing all the possibilities, okay? They could be like, holy smoke, how are we going to do it without them, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aries, Taurus energy. This person feels like they're going to be able to have control over their life again, okay? You know what this person's thinking? All they're thinking about is how much money they're going to be able to make. He's like, damn, I can't believe I waited this long. What's up, Emperor? Yeah, dude. He feels better. He feels more balanced. He feels like he can learn. He feels like he can do whatever he wants now. Nobody's telling him anything. You know, now I can go sleep with whoever I want. Hey, I mean, obviously it was a breakup. He's like, dang, where am I going to go? And that's what they were hoping you wouldn't get. That inspiration. Okay. Yeah, these people for sure kept you trapped in a limited mindset. Like you had nowhere else to go. This person's too fiery to hold them back. Scorpio energy, Sag. I already said that, huh? Did I already say? Sag, Pisces, Sag, Ace of Pentacles. I mean, when I tell you guys, this deck it's flawed. Okay. Maybe there's a reason why, okay? Well, of course, there's always a reason, okay? So it comes, I think it has 2 6 of cups, and it also has 2 7 of cups. And look, this person came out 7 of cups, 7 of cups. And all this person can think about is that money, okay? That money, learning, getting to the bag. How do I change? How do I transform my life? I cannot believe I have this opportunity to do whatever I want. This person could be having dreams about all his wishes or her wishes, okay? This is bomb. I mean, yes. Oh, this person's glad that they left this job or this relationship. He's like, ugh, I could breathe. I can dream again. I can save my own money. I can go out with whoever I want. And there's somebody here that's not happy that you're happy, okay? Not happy that you're happy. No, this is incredible stuff, okay? Incredible stuff. Yeah, he feels like he waited too long. He feels like he waited too long. Or she, okay? Anybody can be in their Emperor energy. There's for sure a lot of betrayal here, okay? Well, if this was a marriage, there was infidelity. If this was a relationship, there was infidelity. For sure, somebody slept with somebody's, I don't know why I heard spouse, okay? Let's make sure, because that's a big allegation. But let's see. This could just be a job. What do we have? All I have is work. Maybe at work, people were sleeping with each other. Somebody doesn't want you getting back together with your ex. This person can feel like this emperor just wants to get back together with their ex, and they don't want them to. He doesn't want to have to apologize for what he did. It looks like somebody that wants to make things right with somebody, okay? And doesn't know how to. Doesn't know that, he's not sure if he's got, or she, okay, the right finances to make this come to fruition. Oh, you guys, I just have to tell you guys, okay? I have to, okay? If there is infidelity in a marriage, okay? Well, even in a relationship, but a marriage specifically, okay? If there is infidelity in a marriage, okay? I just have to say it specifically. This could have just been sleeping around at the office, okay? Like if this is an ex-husband trying to get back together with you, it's an ex-husband that cheated on you. So, well, what worries me about that is the karma, okay? The karma. You guys are going to have to wash that karma off, okay? Because it doesn't just fly off of you, okay? He feels like he has to apologize to her for what he did to her. Maybe there's just a specific ex he wants to get back together with, a Sag, a Libra. Okay, let's see what else comes out. I just have a feeling that people know. Like, oh, I know he wants to go get back together with her, or I know she just wants to go get back together with him. I do see, you guys, all I see is work here, a lot of work. Maybe he messed around with somebody he works with. You know what I just heard him say? I can't believe I kept her waiting that long. Or I can't believe I waited that long, period, okay? Look, there's something very disturbing about this reading. Somebody did somebody really dirty. Really dirty. Didn't care about their feelings. Somebody that took your relationship for granted. Not wanting to appreciate the work that you did. Unrealistic expectations. This person, you're not talking to this person right now, okay? This person can't stand the fact that you guys aren't talking. They just can't stand it, okay? They just can't stand it. It's very bothersome to them. It makes him or her feel like poopy, okay? Like, I'm just over here getting older, not saying anything. I could have made things right. This has to be about work because I don't see any love on the table. And if this is love, you guys, I don't like this energy, okay? Because if this is love, this person's just coming back to get back together with this feminine or this human, okay? This human because of the money, the effort somebody put into something. Somebody here can be watching somebody a lot and he wants to stop, or she. I don't want to be watching you anymore. Nah, this is really messed up stuff, okay? Somebody they had a very distorted view of what this relationship was, what this marriage was. Extremely. Very selfish energy. Very selfish energy, okay? Extremely. It's like taking your husband or your wife beyond for granted, okay? Beyond for granted. Like, oh, she's always going to be there. And now he's getting karma or she's getting karma for not helping you. Leaving you hanging. I was just going to say there's going to be a lot of karma if these two come together, okay? You can't just be messing around with somebody's spouse. Really bad karma. Okay? Really bad karma. Yeah, this isn't going to be like, oh, let's get back together, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you guys were sleeping together while he was still married. Or she, okay? This is a dirty game. A very dirty game. Very dirty game, okay? Playing around with people's marriages, I'm telling you guys, it's the worst. It's the worst. Somebody didn't take somebody's marriage serious. Okay? Straight up. Unless somebody didn't know that this person was married, that's different. Okay? And it doesn't matter. Like let's just say you slept with a married man, or you were hanging out with the married man and you didn't know, okay? Let's just say. And then he goes and then he ends that relationship and then he comes back, okay? There's still karma to pay for that because he was in a relationship when you guys were messing around. Now, if you guys didn't mess around, then it's cool. It's like you met a married man and then he went and then he ended that situation, whatever, and then he's coming back. That's different, okay? It's all about being honest. But somebody here took their spouse for granted like no tomorrow. So, like, let's say this emperor was married and his wife took him for granted a lot, okay? And was like, oh, I don't care if he cheats, I don't care if, he does his own thing as long as he comes back to me, that's also taking your husband for granted. Like, you're just not going to care that he's effing around, okay? Yeah, that karma's gonna follow you around for sure. Like if let's say you guys were to get back together and then he comes back and he's like, "Oh, I was married, blah blah blah." Fine, okay? As long as you guys didn't mess around. If you guys did mess around and now you guys are gonna be together, big problem. Okay? Big problem. Big problem. This isn't a joke, dude. I'm telling you, you guys, I wish I could tell you guys the karma that I've seen on people that mess around with people's husbands and then, you know, they end up falling in love and being together, okay? It's not pretty, okay? It's not pretty. It's just not. It's just not. Okay. And that's funny that I'm even mentioning that, huh, angels? Because maybe he didn't tell you he was married. Because the third parties are definitely like, I can't believe this is happening. You know, I can't believe this is happening to me now. You know, now I'm getting cheated on. You know, my money's messed up. Wow, this reading is it's disturbing. It's the only word I can use, okay? I just see somebody not giving an F. Okay? Yeah, he could do whatever he wants. Yeah, she could do whatever she wants. You know, treating your spouse like, you know, what she does doesn't matter or what he does doesn't matter. Of course it matters. That's your person. You're supposed to protect them. Maybe somebody's realizing this because I'm talking about it so sternly. This is somebody that didn't care about their wife, dude. You know what else this could be? Like a hubby that was, yeah. Like a hubby that was like, man, this is gaslighty energy. Like, no tomorrow, okay? Like, I'm just going to say it the way it just came to my head, okay? Like a husband that's messing around, but he's not telling her, okay? So he lets her do whatever, you know? Like almost pushing her into doing something stupid because he's doing something stupid. This is a dirty game. So when we do break up, I'm going to be like, see, she's the one that was messing around. She's the one that was acting stupid. She was the one that was drinking too much. She was the one that was messing around when the whole time he was making her feel like garbage. And then he can play, and again, this could be a woman too, okay? And then he can play the victim, you know? Like, oh, well, she cheated on me. But yeah, but you were treating her like poopy, okay? Dismissing her. Anything she would tell you, you're like, yeah, that's not my problem. It could have been about finances, about sex, intimacy. It's like, it's almost like, damn, angels, I cannot believe these downloads. It's like mistreating. Man, this is more than cheating, okay? Wow, this is fascinating. This is like mistreating your wife to the point where it makes her want to cheat, but you know you're doing that to her. It's like, you don't even look at me no more. You don't even want to make love to me no more. All you care about is the house and the money. It's like I'm watching somebody like in pain, you know, like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. And he's like, yeah, whatever, you know? It's like waiting for her to do something wrong. Whew. Or this could be a woman too, okay? I'm just going to, you know, mistreat my husband and wait until he does something wrong so that I can blame it on him. I just, because this is, yeah. I was like, am I reading this correctly? Yeah. Yeah. It's ugly to see. It's ugly to see. It's like physically seeing your wife or your husband being like upset. I mean, look, upset. Okay, upset. Not happy, sun in the reverse. And him being like, yeah. It's like somebody getting joy out of seeing her or him like, well, if we don't start having more intimacy, and I'm saying that because the Knight of Wands is here, okay? If we don't start having more intimacy, I'm going to have to leave, or I don't think I can handle this no more, or it's going to make me go sleep with somebody else. And him being like, or her being like, all right, we'll do it. Yeah, this is uncomfortable. This is really uncomfortable, dude. And maybe he thought that everything was going to be better now that she's gone, or now that he's gone, and it's not. He's not receiving as much attention as he thought he was going to, or vice versa, okay? Because he's the only one I see here. Yeah, he's got some petty energy on him, okay? This is a very insecure man. Okay? This is like misery loves company, because I don't even see her on this table. Maybe he was too busy focused on a Virgo or a Gemini. I can literally see a man seeing his wife or his partner suffer, and him just not saying anything. You know, it's like seeing somebody, and this could be a boss too, okay? But this is giving me a lot of intimacy, okay? Like somebody needing your help, you know? Somebody needing your help in the relationship. I'm not happy. Give me some love, some attention, hold me. I mean, look at this person in their bed, dude. And he was just like, it's like I can almost see this person like smirking. Very emotionally disconnected from his spouse or hers, okay? Extremely emotionally disconnected. Like I see somebody telling their spouse like, well, you know, see, baby, if we don't talk about this, if you don't, you know, give me something, okay, to hold on to, then I'm going to go and be single. And he's like, we'll do it. This person wouldn't give their spouse energy. And this person's very tapped in, okay? This emperor, very tapped in. It's like seeing what's happening and just completely dismissing it and almost getting enjoyment out of seeing their person suffer. And I'm telling you, somebody feels like it's not working out for them the way they thought they were going to. Oh yeah, because she's long gone. Oh. Yeah, their money dwindled away quickly, okay? Quickly, they dwindled away. Quickly. Very quickly. I mean, look. This energy went from the Ace of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles to the Two. You guys, that is a huge leap to very little success, okay? Maybe now he's regretful for what he did. I could fail. Well, this was a husband that was solely focused on the money. I don't see any cups on him other than his ego. You see how excited I was in the beginning of the spread? This guy was happy when the relationship ended. And it's almost like I can hear him say like this was like an empty victory. He's so focused on the money. It's almost like I can hear him be like, well, go have sex with somebody else then. Yeah, this is a very disconnected human. Very disconnected human. This is for sure some kind of empty victory for him, okay? For sure. Because, man, I went from being so excited to like, oh, the truth hit him. And by the way, this human could have manifested something terrible without him even trying. Specifically because of the way he treated his partner, okay? Man, I just see this is like emotional abuse. Okay? This could have been somebody that held intimacy from their partner. Like knowing if I don't show her or him, I want to keep using the word attention, okay? But this person wasn't looking for attention. They were looking for like, hold me, cuddle me, tell me you love me. Do you care about anything else but the money and the house? It's like, oh, well, if I don't have sex with you, go have sex with somebody else. And that's what he wanted. So he can keep the money. Or so that he can take the money to go elsewhere. Angels, this story's ugly. This person only cared that people looked at him like he was the good guy. I just saw that. Well, I did everything I can do, you know. It's like man, this guy was for sure focused on the money. For sure. For sure. And keeping his secrets with the Virgo, a Sag, a Gemini, a Pisces. Anyhow, this was a ton of manipulation done on somebody to keep them specifically trapped in their head, okay? A ton of manipulation. A ton. And I just feel strongly that it was holding sex. Yeah, they keep agreeing with me because she was very honest with him, keeping sex away from her. Yeah, you guys, I've read that like if you're married and your spouse doesn't like sleep with you and stuff, or just emotional, okay? And not for everybody, because not everybody's got, you know, needs the fire or the emotion, okay? Even though I do believe we all need the emotion. There's no emotional togetherness, you know, cuddling, like no, dry, okay? Dry. That this is a form of abuse, and that's what it's coming out as, okay? Like if you're with your spouse and you're not sleeping with them, and they know, they're aware, sun energy, they're aware that my spouse is not happy, okay? She's expressing to me that our relationship is falling apart. She needs me. This is a human that needed her husband, her spouse, okay? So I've read that, like, if somebody does it to you and you're married, it's abuse. It's abuse. To form, and by the way, it's even in the Bible, by the way, you need to be having sex with your spouse. Yeah, you know, it's part of intimacy, okay? But he was just too busy having secrets, you know, acting single when she wasn't around or he wasn't around, whatever, okay? Maybe his friends and his colleagues got involved in all this. He could also be in the energy like, I can't believe, you know, now she's going to go and be happy with somebody else that loves her, that wants to do the work with her. I mean, when I tell you this person is focused on money, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I just can't. Oh yeah, and money. Okay, so if this person is a sexual person or somebody that likes emotional attention or anything, this person isn't even looking for attention. It's like, dude, can you hold me? You know, it's like asking for the basics. And he's like, no, I don't want to. This is like responding to somebody with really smart remarks. Very gaslighting energy, okay? And this person created a big disaster with their person and their colleagues and their friends, okay? Maybe they're seeing that their spouse is getting attention from a lot of other suitors. Maybe this person feels like they need to go see a priest, okay? Yeah. Feels like... Look at who he tried to do dirty. Somebody that works their ass off to be honest. Okay? This is somebody that when they're committed all day long. And by the way, you know how I started the reading with a lot of excitement? This could be from his spouse or his ex-wife, because he's like, well, now she's going to find somebody that actually loves her. Maybe it's a friend. It's somebody that he knows. A colleague. It was a disaster, because she's nowhere on this table. She's here. She's nowhere on this table. He could just be, somebody could be telling him, oh, you know what? I just said that about the Bible. Maybe somebody told him that. Like, hey, dude, you can't be doing that to your wife. Maybe he was asking about them getting karma. And the sad part is he's not even getting karma. He's just having to live with the fact that his person can just do their own thing now. They can find real love. There's no cups on this table other than his ego, dude. with his arms crossed. What do you want me to do about it? You want love? What do I look like, your husband? Yeah, dude, this is messed up. And by the way, I think he was solely focused on how do I end this? Or on a Gemini. How do I end this? It's like forcing your spouse to leave you. This is abuse on a whole nother level, dude. Because not only is he doing this behind closed doors to his wifey or whoever his partner is, okay? Not only is he doing this to his partner, but he's also like, yeah, see, I'm the good guy. She effed up. Okay? That's crazy. It's like, it's almost, ay, angelitos, how much energy I'm getting off of this. It's almost like he would look, like, let's say she would say things to him, you know, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm worried about us. You know, I'm really sad, or I really feel depleted, or I'm scared of our finances. We barely have any money. You know, can you hold me? I keep hearing her say that. Can you hold me? You know, even though she's not even on the table, she's long gone. Okay. She's like, whoopee, somewhere else. Okay. Doing the work, loving herself, being loved by somebody else, you name it. Okay. It's almost like he looked at her like, what do you want me to do about it? Don't look at me for that. I just want it to be over. But when it ends, I want to end up being the good guy. Yeah, I feel like this guy had a lot of little dirty secrets. This is really messed up stuff, you guys, okay? It's making my stomach turn, like it's making me sick. It's that sickening. It's that sickening. I just see somebody being like, see, it's that sickening. It is dark magic on a whole nother level. Maybe he did dark magic on her. He could have buried something. I just see somebody like this in bed, you know, like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm not happy. And, you know, why can't we do this? Or why don't we do that? You know, it's like that vibe, okay? I don't want to cheat. I don't want to leave, blah, 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 okay? This isn't even stress. This is like, oh my God, what are we going to do? You know? And then he being like, what do you want from me? I'm just manipulating you to end the situation. Yeah, it's literally black magic what he did to his spouse. And the kids? Oh, I just heard it's neglect. It's neglect. This is somebody that, I mean, not only didn't give an F, like, what do you want me to do about it? But he was getting off on manipulating the situation, like almost getting off on somebody that needed him, you know, for intimacy, for love. It's almost like somebody that got off on seeing their spouse squirm. Like, fine, go sleep with somebody else. Ay, angelitos, qué feo. Qué feo. What's up with this? What's up with all these other humans over here? There's a lot of people involved in this, okay? A lot of people. Oh, this is for sure somebody that would get a lot of people involved. Because it's important to him that he looks like the nice guy. Very, very important to him. You know, it's like, well, I gave her everything she wanted. Again, money. Okay? Money. And then when he did, look, it was just like breadcrumbing her. And it doesn't have to be about money. It could just be affection, attention, okay? Qué feo. What's up with all these other humans over here, angels? They're like, well, don't you worry. There's plenty of people that see her for who she is and that are down and loyal for her, okay? Like beyond. People that will really be there for her and respect her. This isn't a human that's dying for attention, okay? She just wants honesty and loyalty. Be there for me. Maybe that's what people are saying or something, because there's a ton of people over here. A ton of people. Yeah, we're glad she moved out. Good for her. She should have done it sooner. She was trapped with this man. Yeah. They could even feel like she never even said anything about this. Well, why would she? This is, honestly, it looks terrifying. You know, because you're constantly being told that you're not worthy of whatever it is that you're asking for. And this person isn't asking for anything. Nothing other than intimacy. Hold me. Literally, hold me. I don't care about the money. I care about us. I'm telling you, I'm not happy. I'm showing you. It's like, I'm telling you, I keep seeing somebody squirming. Like, I can't handle this no more. I just can't. He just didn't feel like his wife deserved it. You know, and now his ex-wife, I'm assuming this is long gone, okay? His ex-wife is over here having a blast, you know, with people that are really willing to invest in her specifically and see her for who she really is. You know, maybe even people think that she's, oh, I was just going to say really dreamy. Like, she's so sweet, though. You know, she's so loving. See, now she's flying out. Now she's flying out. See, she deserves somebody that's going to be there for her. We know what she went through. Oh, maybe people are talking about what she went through. Because this is a lot of humans, you guys, okay? A lot of humans. Yeah, they're talking about it. About the karma. Okay, about the karma that's going to happen because of what happened in the past. Because there's a lot of secrets here. Okay, a lot of them. Whatever. Again, she's not on this table. Okay. Maybe specifically karma for never saying anything, because I see this guy being very quiet. Okay, like, I'm not going to say nothing because she's not here on the table at all. At all. Well, why would she? What a terrible moment of her life, you know? No wonder why she was like, oh my God, I can breathe. I can breathe. Even if I do only have 2 pentacles. This is all he worried about was the money. He didn't care about my emotional state, what I thought, what I needed, what I desired. I waited for a long time before I did F up, if she did F up. But look at this disgusting energy she had on her ass, dude. Look at all this manipulation. This is manipulation on steroids. This is somebody that thinks that they're in control of a situation because they're manipulating the energy. You know? Man, this is pretty terrible stuff, dude. Yeah. I was like, did I just read this correctly? And they're like, yeah, you did. And it sucks. This is really ugly energy. It's really ugly energy. There could have been a Capricorn and a Libra involved. Anyways, it doesn't matter because all the energies are on the table. Whew. Look at where she's at. She didn't even come out in the spread, okay? She knows the type of woman she is, and now she protects herself. She went through a huge transformation. Dude, this girl's like all dolled up now. All dolled up. All dolled up. That's crazy. I don't know why that's the word I'm using. This is like, I would never allow that back into my life. I would never marry somebody that's like that ever again. Never. That changed me forever. Yeah, dude. This is abuse for sure. Okay? There's no other way to put that. Neglect, abuse, manipulation. It almost looks like she was used to like put him on some kind of pedestal or something. And he secretly wanted it to end. This is why he was doing this to her. You know, it's like, you know, a man, and that's so interesting the way it wants to come out of my mouth. A man that wants to end a relationship, and instead of having the courage to tell you, I don't want to be in this relationship no more, he's going to make you do it by abusing you. And then later on, he can go and tell all his friends, well, yeah, she fucked up, you know? Like, well, what'd you do to her, bro? Maybe that's what they're asking him. What'd you do to her? This is like being tortured, okay? By the person that's supposed to love you and you not knowing about it. Oh, look, see, it does have to do with sex. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to say advice for this emperor here because, I mean, she's long gone. I mean, it's almost like I can hear, I want nothing to do with him. I wonder if she even knows that it was this bad, dude. And that it was being purposefully done. I could physically see my spouse suffering. And she would ask me, for sex, for change. Anyhow, okay, ask. It's okay to ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. Maybe he made her feel like she was weak sauce for asking for sex or love. It's like making feel somebody terrible for having desires, wanting to feel feminine or like a wife or a partner, or like we're more than just this house, this money. Passion. Passion isn't confined to sexual energy. Isn't that interesting? It has to do with sex. Life is meant to be felt. Don't hold back. You see that? He would hold back from her. Literally. Hold back. I'm telling you, I keep seeing this man watching his person squirm. I want to keep asking questions, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to, because this is disturbing, is what this is. Disturbing. This is somebody that got off by having this kind of power over this human specifically. I can literally hear him say, well, I'm just going to wait till she cheats. And there was for sure some kind of betrayal here, okay? For sure. For sure. But it's almost like I can see her being like, I waited for so long and you didn't care that I was unhappy. Unhappy. Sun in the reverse. Yeah, dude. Well, this transformed her life. This transformed her soul tribe, how she deals with her energy, who she shares her energy with. I mean, you name it, dude. You name it. Maybe he feels like he needs to go see a priest. If he did black magic on this person, he needs to be very careful because his energy's a little dark. Anyhow, we're hoping that the next reading is a little bit more enlightening because that was pretty disgusting. Thank you all so much for coming back and hearing me read. If you like this reading, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're enjoying this reading, don't forget to hit that like button and drop me a comment.